Hey everybody, welcome back to Auto Anatomy. My name is Sean. Thank you so much for watching. Today's video is one that frankly I never thought that we would actually have to make because I've got a set of 140 heads right there, and I figured, the next time that I do some major engine work on this car, it's going to be to put on some modified 140 heads to build a sequential fuel injection system. And never in my life did I think that I would have to be pulling the head off of the Flooded Corvair. But as you've seen with this car, it's the gift that keeps on giving. So today we're going to start by pulling off the passenger side head where it dropped a valve seat, show you exactly how much damage was done. Take a look at that number 3 piston because several people asked, are you sure that that's going to be okay? So we're going to take a close look at it, drop it off at the machine shop, pick it up, put it back together, and get it back on the road. If you love seeing classic cars, and especially Corvairs getting brought back to life, take just a minute, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications. But let's dive into getting this cylinder head off. All right, we're binding up on the new tensioner, so let me pop this one nut off, then we should be able to get the cover off. Okay guys, let this be an example of needing to do your maintenance. So I popped the summer-winter cover off, and what do I have sitting on top of the oil cooler? But a piece of plastic that was completely blocking it off. Car wasn't running hot, but that could be a problem at some point. So take this time, do your maintenance. Okay, we've got everything unbolted with the exception of physically just unbolting the head itself. So let's pull the valve cover off, and then we can pull the nuts on the top, the rockers, the studs, everything like that, and then the head should be ready to come off. And of course, the very last nut that's holding the head on, rounded off. So let this be a reminder, not everything that you see on YouTube is perfect, because everybody that works on cars struggles with this too. So let me figure out how I'm going to get this off, then we can pull the head off. All right. Well, hopefully that was my only hiccup. So 2 hours later, and I am soaking wet, I finally got all of the nuts off of the heads because I had not one, but two that rounded off. And this is what I needed to do. I had to weld sockets to the nuts. This one just was a trial run and wasn't the right size. But I had to weld 2 sockets to the head nuts in order to get them off. So the moral of the story is replace your hardware with good stuff. The hardware on these cars is 60+ years old, so take the time, spend a little money, get good quality hardware, and use anti-seize. All right, now that all of the nuts are off of the head, let's get the head off. Oh, whoo, caught that one. All right, here's the problem child right there. Dropped valve seat on number 3 intake. All right, let's pull this thing apart. All right, well, it's been about 2 months and I finally got the cylinder head back from the machine shop. Got all new deep seats, new guides, everything's all cleaned up, ready to go. I've got everything bagged up and we're just gonna lap the valves in, make sure everything fits really well. Put these together and then we can throw it on the car. Although probably not absolutely necessary, it seems like a good time to go ahead and put in some spark plug thread inserts. I've not had any issues with these, but I know that that some people have, so never gonna get a better time to put in some steel inserts into the heads than now, so might as well take advantage of the time to do it. All right, now after I've gotten all the spark plug thread inserts in, let's go ahead and assemble the heads. All right, I've got the new better head nuts from Blue Chip Tools. So hopefully those will last a little bit longer. We'll throw these on, get this head torqued down, and then finally start putting things back together. Just did a quick compression test and we are about 160 PSI right now. Cold, dry cylinders. I think that's pretty reasonable. Hopefully that's a good sign that we can go ahead and put everything back together. Making good progress getting the car back together. I am going to make a couple of little changes this time. One thing that I didn't realize was probably an issue, but hasn't been a problem until I dropped a valve seat, was the fresh air hose. Now, thankfully mine wasn't leaking, but I don't want to have to go through this again for a while. And I've seen people that have blocked off the fresh air hose from the back of the fan shroud. And they say, you know, if you've got a leak in there that it can overheat number 5. I think I'm just going to take it off. So I ended up taking the little adapter, made a piece of 1/8" aluminum and just polished it up. Got a gasket on it. We'll throw that on. Then we can clean this up and I'll make a little plug or cover to go over the fresh air hose there. And then it's just a matter of putting the fuel injection back on it and the exhaust and hopefully firing it up. So my buddy Rick Norris recommended that I get rid of the rubber hose that goes between the vacuum port and the vacuum tube and replace it instead with a piece of 3/8 compression coupling. So I picked that up. This was, I don't know, $8 or $10 at Home Depot. And now I just have to put this on and that will keep that rubber tube from ever melting or getting soft and causing a vacuum leak. So thank you, Rick. I appreciate it. So I think I've got everything back together. What do you say we try and fire it up? I am sure the fuel system is not primed. Here goes nothing. Sounds pretty good to me. We'll let it warm up and burn off some of those oils just from putting it back together. Then let's roll it outside and hopefully go take it for a drive. So a few things have happened since the car fired up. Most notable is that it shot the number 5 spark plug out of the engine. And looking at the thread cert, it ripped all of the new threads right out of the head. And that was certainly not on my bingo card. And so I went and got a little larger thread insert and threaded it in. I'm just praying that it holds. But the car's driving. So far it feels okay. I'm not going to say it feels right because it still feels like it's a little shaky. Like something's off about it, but I don't know exactly what it is yet. Maybe it's just my memory and I haven't driven it in a while and this is how it's supposed to feel, but I don't know. There's this little feeling in the back of my mind that something's just not quite right. But I think it's going to have to wait for a little while because on Monday, August 11th, I am having a knee replacement surgery. So I'm going to be out of pocket for a little bit. So Christie and I would very much appreciate thoughts, prayers, well wishes for recovery on August 11th because this is going to put me out of pocket for a little bit. But I promise that we're going to keep making Corvair videos. This is not the end of Auto Anatomy or the Flooded Corvair. Thank you all so much. I cannot say thank you enough for how grateful we are that you guys have followed along throughout this whole process, helped support our channel just by watching videos, by sharing, commenting, and monetarily. We do have memberships available, so if you do want to help support us monetarily, you can do so for as little as 99 cents a month. You get some behind-the-scenes stuff, early access to videos, all of that kind of thing. But thank you again. Take care of yourselves. God bless. We will see you soon. So no sooner than I said something, than I shot out the number 1 plug. So I'm wondering if I got a bad batch of thread inserts, because I've used the same tool for a long time, and I picked up just some M14 1.25 thread inserts off Amazon, and I'm wondering if I didn't get a bad batch, if they're slightly too small. So let me try and repair this one, and if it shoots out number 3, I'm not real sure what I'm going to do. Maybe it's time, I guess, for using those 140 heads that I've got. Let me know below. All right, it's back together for the moment. We'll see how long it lasts.